We've said it before and we'll say it again. The drama in the offseason of the NBA is always off the charts. Now, this time in particular, we don't have a formal trade deal to spill the details on, but perhaps a potential one? At least the player himself seems to think that it's time to switch ships. Apparently, Joel Embiid is under the impression that the fans want him gone. So let's find out what's what. First off, what are those trading rumors that we keep hearing? We know you've heard them too, and there have been some pretty strong opinions about the whole thing recently. Apparently, Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers thinks that some 76ers supporters want him traded out of the team just when the guy has hit his prime. If we're keeping this season in mind, so far, Joel has definitely dominated the game. Depending on which side of the fence you're on, the number 21 of Philadelphia is shaping up to be quite the force to be reckoned with in the NBA. Yes, the guy did miss out on the first 2 seasons of his career due to an injury, but his stats today speak for themselves. Just last season, Embiid came in second place to center Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets in the NBA MVP voting. Given that now he's averaging a career-high 33.3 points per game, he's on pace to be selected to his 6th straight All-Star game and is a contender to win his first NBA MVP title. He doesn't seem to be the player a team would want to walk away from, but at the same time, all those traits do play in his favor and make for a sizable trade package. So the question is, what does the player want exactly? We may not know the answer to that yet, but Joel Embiid said that he thinks Philadelphia fans wish to see him traded. In fact, he went ahead to say that he's certain of it too. So what do you guys think? Do you want to see him traded too? Now, what do the rest seem to think? In particular, Jake Fisher from Yahoo Sports doesn't seem to agree with this point of view. Apparently, he even reassured Embiid that no sane 76ers fans actually want him shipped. Yes, it's true the Philadelphia sports fans are whimsically infamous for being harsh critics, and that too of their favorite clubs and players. Even recently, the head coach Doc Rivers, who has taken the brunt of the blame for the team's struggles, was sacked. And that is apparently one of the other actions that the fans would have cheered on for. It's Philadelphia. What can we say? So yes, being a franchise player in the state isn't always the simplest job. Joel Embiid still says that he is grateful to hold his spot so far. At the same time, there is very little doubt that Embiid will be the most important influence in whatever the 76ers do. But players like Harden, Maxey, and Tobias Harris will likely play significant roles if they go on a deep playoff run. And maybe, just maybe, they could even push for a title this season. Following up, let's see just how important Joel Embiid really is for the team. Well, we've got to say that right now, Joel seems crucial for the 76ers. The man reached new heights when he won his first scoring championship last season, averaging 30.6 points per game. Now, it's true that during Embiid's run, the 76ers have never advanced past the second round of the playoffs. Yes, anticipation for the 2022-23 season was at an all-time high thanks to a number of factors, like the re-signing of James Harden, Tyrese Maxey's development, and the addition of some pretty decent-looking supporting players. But we all saw what went down, didn't we? Despite the improvements, the 76ers have a shaky 15-12 record, which still puts them in 5th place in the Eastern Conference. In the midst of all that, Joel's 33.3 points per game average, our guy, has unquestionably been the driving force behind any success the 76ers have experienced this season. Up next, is Joel Embiid on the wrong Reddit's threads? We don't know about you guys, but fans of the sport seem to believe that the 28-year-old might just be mistaken if he thinks fans want him traded. So perhaps our guy here is scrolling on the wrong side of the internet to think so. Now, we're not sure who started it, but Joel Embiid has started to doubt the loyalty of the Philadelphia supporters. This season, the All-NBA center has displayed a rather odd disconnection. If the 21 didn't appear on the ticker with a 40 or 50-point bomb, we wouldn't even know that the team's basically lifeless. You've got to admit that this guy is the league leader in scoring for the 76ers. So perhaps when Embiid claims the fans want him gone, is it possibly that he's only projecting? Could it be that he's the one who's fed up with the string of errors the team has made since he joined? So the question is, A, why would any of the Philadelphia fans want him gone? B, is our guy consuming negative content? Or C, perhaps Joel Embiid is simply projecting? Take your pick. Now let's dive a little deeper into the problem. Certain fans seem to think that the problem with the Philadelphia 76ers is that they only win enough games to keep themselves out of the should-they-panic news cycle, but that's when they stop. The team doesn't seem to go the extra mile to catch the attention of commentators and perhaps actual rivals. So let's test the theory, shall we? For instance, after missing 14 games due to a foot ailment, James Harden is back up in the lineup and performing at a level that reflects his age and physical well-being. Then we have Tyrese Maxey, who increased his scoring average by nearly 5 points and has a more clearly defined role. Now he has a clear goal and knows what he needs to work toward. That'll help streamline his whole career and shape him into what the team needs. needs. So from the looks of it, the squad is on track. Yes, the team has a shaky record, may not be enjoying the court all that much, and is surely not contending for a championship, but there is hope. If the rest of the roster does what it's supposed to do, they might just become a force to be reckoned with in the NBA. Now, let's talk about Joel's standing for a bit. Starting with the bad news. First, let's shed some light on the MVP situation. Currently, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jason Tatum, and Luka Doncic all have better chances of winning the prize than Embiid, and Philadelphia did when they ran for it last season. And if you look closely, the center of the 76ers is superior to all three of those players. Whether in terms of numbers or PER, Joel surpasses them all, leaving only Anthony Davis and Nikola Jokic as the two players ahead of him. It's clear that Nikola won't be taking home any trophy, and the Lakers will need to finish well above 500 for Anthony Davis to receive the praise. That does mean that if our guy pushes a little harder, well, who knows? This whole situation adds to the projecting argument as well. Perhaps Embiid's thoughts are the only ones who seem to believe Philadelphia fans want him gone. Because the truth is, if Joel needs any direction right now, it would be to get out of his head and get his head in the game. It's time for Philadelphia and Joel to reclaim the NBA once more. Up next, is France hoping that Joel Embiid joins their ranks? The Timberwolves center has reported and shared just how important Embiid would be to the squad. Joel Embiid, the star forward for the Philadelphia 76ers, became a dual citizen of France and the United States this offseason, allowing him to become eligible to play for Team France or Team USA. Now he can participate in international basketball competitions, in addition to his home Cameroon, which was always a possibility either way. He hasn't yet worn a national team uniform for Cameroon, though. In a recent interview with The Athletic's Joe Vartan, Team France's most well-known player, Rudy Gobert, discussed Embiid's potential arrival. Gobert helped his nation finish second in both the past 2 years' Olympics and Eurobasket competitions. The man even went on to say that a front court three consisting of him, the 76ers center, and the budding star Victor Wembanyama would be unbeatable. But at the same time, Gobert made it plain and clear that he must put his heart into the move for it to be successful. So what do you guys think? Joel Embiid as one of the Blues? Yay or nay? Coming up, let's talk about Joel Embiid ripping into PJ Tucker. Yep, it's as dramatic as you can imagine. Thursday's 76ers practice apparently included some aggressive play between Embiid and Tucker. The center scored and then decided to basically cause a stir as the practice ended. The number 21 of the Philadelphia 76ers, Joel Embiid, snapped at PJ Tucker, his teammate, by criticizing the 37-year-old's defense. The 28-year-old called out PJ by saying he couldn't defend Joel before and can't do it now. Yikes! Does this guy realize they're on the same team? He referenced Tucker's tenure with the Miami Heat during the exchange. PJ Tucker joined the 76ers for the first time this season after playing with the Heat the previous year. The Heat's 37-year-old Tucker started 70 of his 71 regular season games, averaging pretty decent numbers and bringing home some key leadership to the table. He was, of course, a crucial defender. The number 17 for Philly has played for 6 teams so far, and despite Joel's trash talk, Tucker's experience and skill have always surpassed his stat sheet numbers during all of his stops. At the same time, Joel Embiid is in the prime of his career. The man is no doubt competent on all 3 tiers. So with that in mind, what do you guys think? Can PJ defend against Joel or not? That's a wrap. Let us know in the comments what you think of the trade rumors, fans' calls, or Joel's projections. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.